Get ready, get set, because it's time to go with the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. With your host with the most, the man voted most likely to smoke out with a Yeti, Mr. Brian Brown. Mr. Brian Brown. Now sit back and relax, because it's time to go live across the world. Because it's 420 Somewhere.
What's happening? What's happening, guys? How's everyone doing on this True Crime Friday? That's right. I'm happy to be here. I was looking at my audio monitor, making sure everything was running correctly for my peeps. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. Oh, man. Hey, appreciate you guys understanding. Yesterday, got away from me. Had to be in two places at once. And as we all know, that's not physically possible. So, there we go. That's not physically possible. So I had to just kind of figure out. I wasn't going to get a full podcast in yesterday. Sometimes it happens, but I appreciate you guys understanding. Oh, man. So I'm all wrapped up at my other gig, and it feels good. It feels good. I can relax. We can enjoy some good times. Getting ready for the holidays. Who's ready for Thanksgiving? Oh, man. Gobble, 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 gobble. I'm so ready for Thanksgiving, guys. We're going to do a very, very cool thing. We're going to have a watch party on either the day before Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving. I got to see my schedule and see where I'm going to be and if I can make it. You know, it's a 2-hour commitment, so we got to make sure we get the right day that's fit everybody. But the watch party is going to be planes, trains, and automobiles. Thanksgiving classic. One of my all-time favorite movies. We're going to get down with the brilliance of John Candy, the brilliance of Steve Martin, and the brilliance of John Hughes. Oh, man, this is a great, great movie altogether. Performances outstanding from everyone in that movie, even Steve Martin. That's right. So cool. I'm excited about that, guys. And we're going to be doing a lot of Thanksgiving giveaways. We're having a Black Friday, guys. I'm headed down to the Healing Center right after this, and I'm going to shoot the Wild Weekly, and we're going to get to some hint on some of those Black Friday deals, and I'm excited. All right. What are you guys smoking on before we get into the top 5 at 420? I'm getting into a little fancy. Alien fancy. Look at that. Oh, here we go. Very, very good stuff. Oh, man. I'm loving it. I'm a little buzzed right now, as you guys can all see. Oh man, November to December, going on now through the second week of December, and we are having a horror icon tournament, guys. The first brackets are up. You gotta vote on who is the horror king, who would win in a straight up battle. And what do you get for your time, effort, and creativeness? Do you say? I'm going to say you get a chance to win a life-size Good Guy Chucky doll, autographed by the actor that played Chucky himself and the actor that played Andy. How do you like that? A Chucky 3-pack. Triple threat, baby. All right, so that's what we're looking in for that. Man, it's been fun. I have about 2 interviews, 3 I think right now. I'm doing podcasts, and I actually asked the people to guess who they would pick in a straight up battle. And some of them know nothing about horror, which is hilarious, and they still try to guess. But here's your rundown, guys, real quick. You got Michael Myers versus Three Finger from U-Turn. You got Jason Voorhees versus Creature from The Prey. You got the match of the year candidate, potential. You got Pinhead versus Freddy Krueger. You got Pennywise taking on Victor Crowley from the Hatchet series. And then wrapping it up, you got Chucky taking on Leprechaun. Woo! All right, guys, get in there and vote. They're going to be open all weekend. There'll be videos dropping. Experts coming in telling you how you should be voting. No, give it a little insight. Kind of like a boxing match, kind of like a UFC. We got experts. That's right. All right, guys, we're going to get into the top 5 at 420 right now. And these are the top 5 epic Thanksgiving fails. We're getting into Thanksgiving. And we're going to get into the fails right now. Oh, man. Oh, that's a double whap, right? Number 4 guy. Oh, damn. I think you can see that full motion. Oh, number 3. There's going to be quite a few of these spoil deep fried turkey.
Oh my god! Yes,
Alright, number 2 guys. Oh, he's going up. What is he just gonna like roast a marshmallow? He's roasting a turkey. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. He's gonna go for it again.
whoa!
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, watch the propane. Watch the propane. Oh, that's scary. Yeah. Oh man, only in America. Number 1 guy. Here we go. Oh, that's disaster all over. He's hesitating. You gotta just do it. Oh. Oh was your top 5 at 420, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Here's a bonus for you guys.
Well, we got a little problem there. So
Actually, forget about the bonus because it's 420. Boom. 420 coming at you. Right in your face with the dankness. That's right. How's everyone enjoying? What was everyone getting into? Oh, man, hopefully you guys are still smoking on that, man. A minute and a half or whatever it is isn't that long to be enjoying a 420. That's an ongoing thing. So kick back and relax because we're going to get in to some true crime right now, guys. I'm excited about this one. Not that one. I'm excited about this one. We are looking at some creepy Thanksgiving and Black Friday stories brought to us by our friend Mr. Creepy. That's right. We all have a Mr. Creepy in our lives. Let's be honest. Oh man! So this is brought to us by our friend Mr. Creepy, and we're gonna get into some awesome stories, creepy Black Friday and Thanksgiving stories. Man, he got like people showing up before Black Friday starts and just hanging out in the parking lot. You're gonna hear it, guys, and you know Walmart's involved. Wouldn't be a creepy Black Friday story without Walmart being involved. All right, let's get into this, guys.
Number 4. Me and the girlfriend were on our way to her parents' house. I was invited to Thanksgiving dinner with them, which was a huge honor for me since I'd only met her parents 3 times. I was also nervous since her grandparents and aunts and uncles would also be there who I had never met.
Oh man,
We had a long trek from my house to her parents' house. It would be a good hour-long drive. About 45 minutes into the drive, we had to stop for gas. We pulled up into a literally dead Gulf station right off the highway, and I decided to fill up with premium for once to do my car a favor. Of course, it was cheaper to pay with cash, so I went inside with my head down as I dug my hand inside my wallet searching for a 10 and a 20, and when I pulled the bills out, I instinctively looked up and said, 30 on 2 please. But I stopped mid-sentence. There was no one there. I looked for a bell on the counter. None. I simply called out, anyone there? There wasn't even a back door behind the counter that you would assume would lead to some kind of employees-only room. No,
there's a
it was
gas
just
station
completely empty.
That sounds like this.
The only other door in this little gas station besides the entrance was the single bathroom, and that door was open, exposing the blackness from within the bathroom. I figured maybe whoever was manning the cash register may have just gone outside for something. I walked back outside and shrugged my shoulders at my girlfriend out of confusion. I looked around for maybe a porta potty or an ice machine or something that could be distracting a potential cashier. But there was nothing. It was a relatively small little station with foliage surrounding it in almost all directions. I figured maybe somebody could be behind the building smoking a bogey or a doobie, so I went back there as a final attempt. Nope. just a dumpster sitting under a dimly lit roof light. Ugh, I figured I'd just pay credit at this point and turned back. But as I did, somebody from out in the woods called over to me in a kind of whispery yell. My heart skipped a beat when I heard this.
Hell no.
Hey! Hey! I kept hearing it from the woods. I took out my phone and flipped on the flashlight just to skim the outer tree line for anybody who could be hiding in there. As my now shaking hand rotated the phone slowly, the light momentarily revealed somebody from behind a tree.
Nope.
I took off back to the
Gas
car
or
and
not,
stepped on
I'm
it out of there.
gone.
My girlfriend was scared shitless just in reaction to my fear. I told her about the bizarre thing that just happened, and from that point on, she kept looking through the rearview mirrors just to make sure we weren't being followed. We pulled up to the next gas station we could find, this time one that actually had a cashier. I paid him $30 and began filling up. A van pulled up to the pump right behind mine, and a man wearing a cap stepped out staring intently at me. I tried to act as if I didn't notice him, but when it got to the point where he was staring at me for at least 20 seconds straight, I had to look at him and ask him if there was a problem. He finally turned away. The second I was done, I hopped back in the car and took off once more.
Oh, don't tell me
We
it's
made
the
it to
same.
her parents' house safely, and I don't believe we were followed. Now, I wouldn't have shared this story if it weren't for the fact that a few weeks later, I did some research and found out that a 33-year-old Indian man who worked at the gas station we had stopped at had been murdered and his body was stuffed in the woods behind the station.
Oh,
I
damn.
immediately gave the police a tip about the guy who I saw at the station who was surely caught on camera. The following year on Thanksgiving, a similar murder happened at another gas station. We have since nicknamed him the Thanksgiving Killer. I fear only the worst once more this year, as he has still not been caught.
Oh, hell no. Can you imagine? He's calling out hey, come here. Hey. You're like, hell no, I ain't going over there. Then to find out that he had a dead body that he had stuck in the woods, he probably was going to kill him and take his car. That makes the most sense. Oh my God. Woo, now that was a pretty creepy one. I'll give that one its due. That was creepy. All right, let's get into the next one, guys. This is a Black Friday. Oh, a Black Friday creepy story. We got Walmart involved. Walmart in the house. You know it's going to be trash when Walmart's in the house. All right, guys, we're going to go right now. Get in that self-checkout lane because we're going to Walmart.
Walmart attracts the weirdest people. It was Black Friday, meaning me and my brothers were going video game shopping. Our first and only stop was Walmart. The place was absolutely mobbed, and being Walmart, it was mobbed.
Who
with the
remembers
wrong
those
kinds
old
of
school
people.
Black Friday days, man, where you got the
weird,
line
just
wrapped around the
creepy
building,
everywhere
people
trying
going
to
nuts
save a
for
few
a
bucks on
$100
over-the-cheap
TV.
products. We rode the escalators upstairs to the video game section. I was looking for the latest Call of Duty game personally, but my brothers were looking for some other game I don't remember. Then, out of nowhere, some creepy, heavy, oldish man who smelled like vomit walked up to me
Ugh,
and said, "You like video games, huh?"
that was descriptive.
I said. I began to slowly slide away just to show that I wasn't interested in conversation. "My son likes video games too. Maybe you should come over and play some with him. He really craves company." The man gave me a creepy smile. "Oh, no, I'm not from around town, sorry." That's all I could think of saying.
That's so
I didn't
weird.
even
Oh
give him
my
a chance to
God.
keep this conversation going. Hell, I wasn't obligated to stand there and talk to this guy. I simply gave him a smile and called my brother's name out while walking away just to seem distracted. I did a quick backwards glance. He was just staring at me as I walked away.
Oh,
I made it to the next aisle over and immediately felt comfort in being next to my brothers. I waited around until they finally found their game and we headed over to the checkout counters. The lines were insane. I knew it would probably take 10 to 15 minutes just to make it to the counters, so I took that opportunity to check out some of the jeans and t-shirt sales. At one point, I found myself in probably the most secluded corner of the store checking out some t-shirts.
oh no.
Someone grabbed my arm hard. I thought it was my brother messing with me, so I turned around and told him to fuck off. but it wasn't him. It was the man. I started calling
Hell
for help,
no.
screaming that I didn't know this man. Some people came over and stared, but that was about it. The man let go and walked away. I don't know what he was thinking or planning on trying in such a public place. I didn't tell my brothers what happened out of embarrassment, but they picked up on the fact that I was quiet afterwards. It's nothing, I kept telling them.
Oh, hell
We
no.
got into my brother's Camaro, and when I sat down, I looked to the entrance of the Walmart. There he fucking was, sitting at the bench, facing me. As we were leaving the lot, we had to pass right in front of the store.
That'd be a good creepy horror
I got
movie,
one last
man.
look at the creepy man. His head moved ever so slightly to constantly face me, even through the car window at night. I gave him the finger, but it didn't seem to influence him in the slightest. That was the last I ever saw of him. Walmart attracts the weirdest people.
God, isn't that the truth? Oh my God! You know what? We could do. We could just do a whole podcast just based on weird Walmart stuff. Maybe we should, as if we don't have enough going on already. So yeah, Walmart Black Friday. Who's had some crazy Black Friday experiences? Who's had some crazy Walmart experiences? Blow up those comments, guys. And also, if you guys weren't aware, we're doing a Wolfman giveaway. Universal Monster Wolfman. You got a alcohol spout or a bottle spout. Look at that. Nice, awesome there with the Wolfman. And I'm going to throw in the little figure as well. Hashtag Wolfman. And you'll get entered to win that. Be announcing that on Sunday. All right, let's get into this next one, guys. All right, this is Home Depot. Here we go.
Number 2. It was Black Friday 2013, and I decided to be one of those people who gets up at 3 a.m. to get some early deals. Home Depot was having crazy deals on artificial Christmas trees.
Don't miss
So
those days at all. 3 a.m. in a Home Depot parking lot.
They opened their doors at 3 a.m. on the spot, 3 hours earlier than usual for Black Friday.
Yeah, I remember when they all started doing
me
that.
And one other guy were waiting to get in. I guess everyone else was at Best Buy or the mall. I found a nice 9-foot tall artificial Christmas tree, originally for $200, but at that moment half off for only $100. I asked one of the few employees working at that hour to help me carry the box to the checkout and then to my car. The parking lot was still surprisingly empty for Black Friday. I figured maybe I didn't have to come so early. I tipped the guy and got in my car ready to leave when someone knocked on my window.
Nope.
I lowered the window, and some guy, mid-20s, beanie, black, and tall, leaned into my window asking if I had change. I opened the little compartment in between seats where I normally keep change, and it was actually empty. I didn't want to have to hand him a 10, so I said, "Nah, man, sorry." He looked disappointed, and I actually felt bad. He then asked me if I could give him a lift to the nearest gas station. I was a bit nervous about letting a stranger in my car, but guess what? I let him in.
No.
He did not thank me.
Never do that,
I guess because
kid.
I'm a little
Never
sensitive.
let a stranger into
I asked him
your
if
car.
he knew of any close-by gas
Nothing
stations.
good can come of it.
He just said, "Nah." A few seconds later, I asked him why he needed to go to a gas station, and I swear to God, he didn't answer. It's not like he didn't hear me. He just flat out ignored me. I stopped looking at him at that point because I was feeling a bit uncomfortable now.
Ugh.
I kept driving down main and side roads, but there was no goddamn gas stations anywhere. I was trying not to look
That's when
in
you
his
start
direction,
panicking right
but I
there.
could tell he was staring at me. Every turn I made, every stop sign I stopped at, he was staring at me. I was sweating now. This guy was freaking me out. I felt like at any moment he could just grab my throat and I'd be done for. At last, I could see a gas station just beyond a light which had just turned red. Why did it have to turn red just now? I thought to myself. I could still feel his stare, even as I looked the other way. I finally decided to sum up the balls and looked at him. I felt his cold, emotionless stare run straight through my eyes into my soul.
Ugh.
Are you okay? I asked him. He ever so slightly nodded his head.
I have a short film
almost
that this
not even
sounds
noticeable.
like.
The light turned green, and I pulled into the gas station. He stepped out and stood by the sidewalk and watched me as I pulled away.
Frozen in a creepy Home
When I
Depot.
got past the intersection, I laughed out of joy and the ridiculousness of the situation. But then I realized something. I patted myself down and then began to panic. I was missing something. My phone. I was only a few blocks away, so I made a U-turn and headed back to the gas station. He was gone already. I drove home and confirmed that my phone was missing.
Oh, God.
I knew I had left it in the cup holder of my car. My phone had all of my info on it. I contemplated calling the police, but I didn't. I couldn't even sleep that night in fear of some freak stranger having my address.
Oh, God.
The next night, after getting home from our 2-day delayed Thanksgiving dinner, I found my front door was open and my entire house was trashed. I called the police with my neighbor's phone. They didn't find him in there, but they found his prints everywhere.
Hey, stop, guys.
The only thing, the prints did not match
Lost
anyone
this
on
phone.
record.
We're trying to figure it out. Stop. Oh, my God. How creepy was that? But obviously Bella and Rosie had some comments. They're very concerned about this. Well, that was your True Crime Thursday, guys. We got some creepy Black Friday, some creepy Thanksgiving stories in for you. Be careful out there this week, guys. It's going to be a good time. Well, next weekend, but still. A lot of people celebrate all the way through, so be careful out there, guys. I'm going to get ready to head down to the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. We're getting ready to drop those wild weekly drops, so be on the lookout for that over at thedailydank.com. And, guys, get in there and vote. We're looking at the November to Dismember. Get that Chucky doll, man. Who wants to win that Chucky doll? Who wants to win the Wolfman package? Come on, guys. Hashtag Wolfman. Hashtag Daily Dank. Hashtag good stuff. I don't know. Hashtag whatever you want because you're going to get entered to win, guys. All right. I'm going to wrap this up and we will see you next time on It's 420 Somewhere.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.